Located at the headwaters of the San Marcos River, the Outdoor Center at Sewell Park is unique. Its mission is to provide the Texas State community with education, recreation, and adventure, all in an outdoor setting. The center provides tube and boat rentals. There's also the University Camp in Wimberley.
You can rent camping equipment here and then rent a campsite from us and then go out there and spend the weekend with your friends. It's only 20 minutes away. It's Texas State's little secret treasure that they have.
The Outdoor Center also organizes hikes at Enchanted Rock State Park, canoeing at Big Bend National Park, and a backpacking trip in Hawaii.
I just want people to come together and have fun. That's the ultimate goal, because it's pretty hard to not have fun when you're outside doing something fun with random people.
Lexi Hogan, a therapeutic rec major at Texas State, says being outdoors can be extremely beneficial to one's mental health.
So going outside is healing. It takes away stress and worry from your everyday lives. It gives you kind of something else to worry about and just think about.
Texas State and San Marcos are rich in resources for outdoor enthusiasts.
So come outside and enjoy the beautiful San Marcos River. If you have any other questions about the Outdoor Center, you can follow them on Instagram at TXSTRec. For Bobcat Update, I'm Haley Ray.
According to the Farmer's Almanac, yellow and orange trees have compounds called carotenoids in the leaf but are covered up by green chlorophyll in the summer. As days grow shorter and temperatures get cooler, chlorophyll goes from green to colorless, and the trees begin to change in magnificent ways. It takes the perfect recipe of temperature and sunlight to produce these beautiful colors.
No-kill is traditionally defined as having 90% or more of the animals that come under the shelter's authority to be adopted rather than euthanized. The San Marcos Regional Animal Shelter is the only shelter in Hays County. Employees say they receive about 15 animals per day, which amounts to about 4,000 to 5,000 a year. Program coordinator and interim shelter supervisor Brandon Vigan says it's crucial for the shelter to have community support. Without it, animals will eventually perish.
I think this is a big community endeavor. We have seen record numbers of volunteers, of fosters, of adopters, and we're headed into the right path.
Another huge contributor to the large influx of animals is overpopulation. Dogs can produce litters just after 1 year, and cats can produce more than 200 litters in their lifetimes.
By spaying and neutering just one animal, we can significantly reduce the amount of animals that are out here on the streets that could otherwise be in a loving home.
The shelter urges would-be pet owners to consider adopting animals rather than buying them from breeders.
It's unnatural for any animals to stay in the animal shelter. It's a crazy place. There's a lot of anxiety here. Taking them home relieves all of that immediately.
The shelter welcomes volunteers to assist in the care of animals, from taking dogs out for a walk to bottle feeding kittens.
If you're interested in volunteering or adopting an animal at the San Marcos Animal Shelter, you can visit sanmarcostx.gov. For Bobcat Update, I'm Haley Ray. Bye!
Students have a variety of places to get their coffee: Tantra's, Wake the Dead, and Starbucks, to name just a few. One of the coffee houses has been serving brew in San Marcos for 16 years. Mochas and Javas opened its doors in 2003. Owner Kevin Carswell says a lot of thought goes into every cup.
I think that quality is is one reason people come back every day, is because we strive for that perfection and that quality customer service each day.
Carswell hires friendly people who are passionate about serving their customers. General Manager Jordan Gray has been working at Mochas and Javas for over a year.
It's a fast, quick-paced environment, which I really like. I like working on my feet and working with my hands. I love working with customers as well.
Customers say they enjoy the laid-back atmosphere at Mochas and Javas.
Starbucks is all right, but they're super friendly here, and always have good music playing, plenty of space to study, and I've yet to have a bad experience here.
Mochas and Javas has several locations in San Marcos, including shops at Wonderworld Drive at Hunter Road, on North LBJ at Sessom, at the Central Texas Medical Center, and the Big H-E-B grocery store. For Bobcat Update, I'm Ernesto Santos.
The Fighting Stallion statue on the quad garners much activity almost every day. 50 years ago, the Stallions provided the backdrop for 10 students who were suspended for protesting the war in Vietnam. They had decided that expressing their opposition to the war was more important than staying in school.
It was everyone's individual decision And most of us had our minds made up long before we even went there. Everyone was their own decision maker.
Texas State alumnus E.R. Bills has written a book about the San Marcos 10. He says he first heard about the protest when he was an undergrad.
I was a student journalist here in the late 80s. I wrote a piece on the San Marcos 10 back then. I think it was called the San Marcos 10 Revisited. So I actually interviewed Joe Serinello and Sally Ann Sadegeh back then.
When Bills read from his book, Sally Ann Sadegeh was taken back to that moment.
I've done a lot of meditation, and I was being there then. I mean, Mike said 50 years ago, but that's in a flash.
The San Marcos 10 was not the first group, nor was it the last to protest here on campus. Only time will tell what future students decide to protest for or against. For Bobcat Update, I'm Bryant Marias.
The Student Recreation Center is lowering costs for group fitness classes to better accommodate students. In previous semesters, students paid $60, but the price has been lowered to $30 this semester. Fitness and Wellness Graduate Assistant Josie Volinsky says the classes are now more affordable.
The past was a little bit hard for a lot of students to afford, so we wanted to make it more accessible for our students to come.
In the recent past, some classes have not had full enrollment.
We just wanted to get more people in the door, get more people moving, get more people active, because that's what we're here for.
Texas State freshman Riley Tinsley says she enjoys the fitness classes offered by the Rec Center.
I actually really like it for the price. Like, it's super inexpensive, and they offer like a ton of great classes. Like, I took a cycling class yesterday.
The Rec Center offers 10 workout classes each weekday. Since the price drop, there has been an increase in the sale of group passes. For Bobcat Update, I'm Michael Garcia.